Hey yo, what's up YouTube family, man? Hello, how you doing? I hope you all have been a great day, man. And thank you for those who were able to tune in to my two YouTube episodes, my YouTube vlogs I dropped, man, about a week and a half ago, man. Thank you so much for the views. Thank you so much for the likes. It really helps me. It helps the algorithm so that people can find my page so that I'm able to expand my voice, get my voice out there so people that can hear me, man. And also, guys that out there viewing, can y'all please hit that subscribe button, hit that share button, share with your friends, man, because I got a message that I'm trying to relay to the world. I'm trying to do what I can to leave my digital fingerprint right now, right, on this world. Also, with my work that I do outside in communities and trying to help out, right? I designed my own company based on personalized life training for individuals who seek to become their purpose in life, to find out what it is that they're supposed to be doing. I help you discover that. Level 7 Fitness guys rocking the shirt right here, man. Like, I'm gonna put a link in the description on how you can purchase a shirt, support your boy, and support the movement with All in Due Time, the YouTube page. And like I said, I just thank you guys. I thank you for being here and showing support as I go through this journey of mine, this spiritual journey, man. I want to share with you guys and how I was able to fix my mental, my spiritual, my emotional, and my physical well-being, have those all going in the same direction, positive flow, positive thoughts, and able to reach a stage of enlightenment, man. Just happiness and kindness for all, man. Peace, like love, like that's where I am right now. And I know there's so many people out there in the world who struggle, who have been shown visions and have all these different ideas, and they're just like lost, and they're just trying to find some motivation and inspiration to keep going. And that's what I'm here for. So like I said, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that share button, so I can get this voice out there to the people who are trying to find a way, right? So all right, we're gonna get to this show. And for this show, like I said in my last episode, in order to achieve this stage of life, you're gonna have to work on your physical, your mental, your spiritual, and your emotional well-being. So I'm gonna show you right now, if you really want to take the biggest step, right, in improving yourself, improving your well-being, you're gonna have to start working on your mental, right? And here I have 5 ways to improve your mental health. The board is small. Please bear with me. It won't look like this again. Trust me. I was trying to find a bigger board, but it's all the boards I found. I was looking through Walmart. Maybe I need to order off of Amazon. You know, who knows? Maybe I can do that. Amazon plug. I can get a sponsorship on the boards. Anyway, number 1 with improving your mental health, you're gonna have to understand that something is wrong, and then find a solution. Right? Find a solution. There's a problem. There's a reason why we act the way that we do, why we behave the way that we do, why we continue to stay in the relationship that we stay in with people who are abusive, who are neglectful, right? Who don't show support. It's a reason why we stay in relationships. It's a reason why we still remain on those jobs that have long hours and crappy pay. You know, those jobs that demand so much out of us, but benefits and none of that stuff equal up. You don't have opportunity for multiple raises. You don't have opportunity to move up in different positions in that field. You stay there, right? There's a reason why you do that. It's a reason why you behave the way you do with your children. It's a reason why you behave the way you do with friends, right? Something happened to you, the environment that you were raised in, the life that you lived once before, you succumbed to all of those things, right? It became a part of you. Is what molded you to the person that you are today. And for a lot of those who don't recognize that, they haven't been able to deal with it. They haven't found what it takes to be able to rearrange their thoughts, to discover what has them feeling the way they do right now today. They haven't been able to do that. And you're gonna have to come to a conclusion that hey, something might be wrong. There's a reason why I am the way that I am. And you're gonna have to understand that, hey man, it's okay to not be okay. So if you're a person that suffers from like high anxiety, or you have like major depression, it's a reason why you feel that way, and you're no different than anybody else. That's why I hate the term abnormal. right? Because it makes you feel less than. When a person feels less than, they feel like everything around them is more superior and that they can't relate, they can't cope, they can't keep up. And then they begin to become a shut-in, right? And it needs to be the total opposite. Like the depression that you have is because you don't find fun in the things that you used to do. So you're gonna have to learn how to do new things, right? You have to learn how to do new things. But first, before you can do those new things or even do anything remotely close to helping and bettering yourself, you're gonna understand that there's a problem. And you're gonna start working on it. And then number two, right, you're gonna have to make peace with your past. Now, as I talk about these 5 things to improve your mental health, I want you guys to know that this is how I went about improving my mental health, right? And when it came to making peace with my past, once I understood that was a problem, right? I wasn't physically abused or anything like that. But once I understood that was a problem that I needed to work on because I was suffering at one point from like major depression, right? I was just like, I'd just be sad for no reason, like not even understanding why. And I had issues with being consistent. I was always quitting. I didn't understand why until I started to dive deep into my relationships with people and my relationships with family. And I started to discover that the level of support that I felt like I needed to continue to keep going, I wasn't getting, right? Um, Whenever I felt like I had a great idea and the ones who were around me, I felt like they were the ones who were going to tell me that, hey man, that's great, man. Keep going with that. It never happened. So since it never happened, I started to not believe in myself. There was all this doubt. That's where doubt comes from. Doubt comes from other people telling you that you can't do it. And it also comes from trying to show people that you can and they don't acknowledge it. The ones that you really feel like should be the ones in your corner. You know, the ones that are obligated to do these things, you know, like family, i.e., like blood. You feel like they should be the ones that's like pushing you, like, hey man, keep going. I got you. I believe in you. Whatever you need, I'll support you in whatever, all your endeavors. You believe you should be getting that from certain individuals. And when you do not get it, right, self-doubt starts to creep in because you have created an idea that you like. You should create an idea that you like and you love. It's your idea. You molded this to make it the way you need it to be. But instead of doing it that way, you let the ideas of other people dictate the type of work that you were doing. You let that work. Like, you can't do that. You're going to have to appreciate what you got going on. That's why I said you're going to have to understand that was a problem, fix that problem, and start understanding that you got to have to make peace with yourself and your part of the problem. Because I would be petty. I would be petty with a lot of people because people were petty with me. Right? I would do the same things, but I was aware of the situation, and now that I'm more aware, I can't be that way. You can't be that way. You can't treat anybody else a certain way because they treated you that way. You need to treat other people the way you want to be treated. And if you don't, that's fine. But that's me. I want to treat people the way that I want to be treated. You don't have to be a certain way with me. I don't care. That's your feelings. You might not be there in your life yet, but I am. And since I am there, I need to acknowledge that and work through that. I don't need to be any different. I don't need to match your energy. I need to raise the energy. Right? So that was number 2. Make peace with your past and the fact that all the stuff that has happened over time, you had your foot in it too. You had things that you did to be a counterattack to what people did to you, and that wasn't right. And once you realize that, you speak on it and you let it go. Right? You let it go. So number 3, you're gonna have to turn off the world. You're going to have to turn off the world. Netflix, Hulu, man, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, CNN, MSNBC, Fox. You got to turn all that stuff off. You don't need to know what's going on in New York. You don't need to know about the war in Ukraine. You can't do nothing about it. What are you going to do? Are you going to go suit up and go over there and help the Ukrainians fight Russia from invading them? Like, I don't know how the world works. I don't know how these countries operate, but I know we got a thing called a Geneva Convention that we all are a part of, that we don't, like, this country doesn't, we not invade no other country. What's going on in Russia that they can go do that to Ukraine? But I'm gonna tell you something. I don't know. I don't know. And I cannot let that distract me. I cannot let the latest episode of The Bachelor or The Bachelorette, or I can't not let these the NBA Finals and the Super Bowl. I can't let these things distract me. Yes, it's happening. I can go back and watch the replay. I don't need to devote any more of my time to anything if it's not helping me in my purpose. You just don't need to, right? Everything that you see anyway, right, is just promoting fear. So if you're a person that has like high anxiety and you're watching the news constantly and you see that there's a mass shooting here and there's another cop shooting an innocent person, right? You see there's another person run up into a church, a mall, the schools, all these things. Like you keep seeing all that stuff on the news. The 1% of what's happening out there in the world, you start to attribute it to 100% of your reality. Like that's what's going on outside. You wonder why your anxiety is so high, right? You know what? Anxiety is a fear of the unknown. And when you go to the market, right? When you go to the farmer's market, when you go to the store, when you go to the movies, when you go to any of these places, your anxiety is so high with the thoughts of whatever happened in the news or whatever happened in the world happening in this situation, because it's what you constantly see over and over again from these different outlets. And I'm telling you, you're going to have to turn it all off. You got to get rid of it. I mean, you got to go cold turkey. When it's your phone, you're going to have to take that Facebook app off of there. You're going to have to take the Instagram app off. Take it completely off of there. You don't need a reason to be able to go to it. You need to be focused on your craft. You need to be focused on this goal that you got and the system that you created to get to that goal. Your system that you created to get to your goal should not have any part in that says, I'm going to stop today to devote 3 hours of my time to social media. You should not have anything in your system like that, in your normal routine. And I'm telling you, you're going to have to turn it off and get it off your phone completely, because you don't have the willpower, you don't have the discipline to say to yourself, man, I'm not going to go look at Facebook today. If it's on your phone, which is in your pocket, which is on you at all times, you are going to look at it. You don't have the discipline to not do it. Right? Look at the areas of your life and say to yourself right now that you devote 100% discipline to being successful in it. I guarantee you, none of them, no area of your life are you devoting 100% to, disciplinary wise. You're not doing it. So I'm telling you, you're going to take it off of there. And I know a couple of you are like, well, if I take the social media off my phone, bro, how am I see you? how am I going to see your YouTube? Hey, bro, this is what you're going to have to do. This is what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to say to yourself, I'm going to go to this laptop, or I'm going to go to my television, which is going to be very, very hard for you to get off of, right? But if you go to your laptop, that you could just click on and go straight to YouTube and say, I'm going to watch this video today and see how it's going to help me improve myself for this week, for this moment. I'm going to go to this and see how it's going to motivate and inspire me. You're going to have to go to a different program to do it from, or a different device to do it from, right? Not your cell phone. Your cell phone with you all day, right? Unless you also keep your laptop with you, unless you sit behind a desk at a computer, that's your job. But if your computer is somewhere else, and by the time you get home from doing whatever you've been doing throughout the day, you pull a computer up, or in the morning when you wake up, you pull a computer up and you find my video. My video, because I'm here to motivate you and inspire you. You find my video and you utilize it to help you proceed through your day. And then you shut it down and you go on about your day. You don't need the distractions. You need to turn it off completely and work on you. Focus on you. Do it. For the next 3 to 6 months, do that. Focus on you, right? And as you do it, I'm going to need you to do number 4, which is eliminate. Eliminate all toxic people from your life. I would say reposition. I usually say reposition, right? Because it sounds a lot easier than to say, hey, man, you ain't going to be able to talk to these people no more. Like, not right now, because what they got going on is not what you got going on. You're going to have to surround yourself around people who are doing what you love to do. You're going to have to first put your mindset, right? You got to get right up here mentally. This is what we're doing. You got to direct your mind to positive thoughts. It's hard. Trust me, it's hard. But it's only hard when you are constantly, right? You're still of the world, looking at every piece of news and media going in the world so you can stay up to date with all this crap that you can't do nothing about. And then you got friends who are coming to you, telling you these stories. Let me tell you something. This is the reason why you have toxic friends, because you're a toxic person yourself. And you don't even realize that, right? It's because you're a toxic person yourself and you keep up this toxic conversations. Like you bring these conversations to these people and all they do is reciprocate it, right? My toxic story has to outdo your toxic story. And that's what you keep doing. Y'all keep surfing the web, trying to find all these crazy things that's going on in the world so you can be up to date on all the information. That's your 15 seconds of fame. That you know what player was cut from whatever team. Or that you know that they have certain level of COVID restrictions in this different country and city. Like, if it doesn't have anything to do with you, if you're not going to go to this country, you don't need to know anything about it for. What do you need to know about it for? If you're not going to this city, what you need to know about it for? You can't do anything about what's going on over there. And what really makes it like, well, damn, like the people that can do anything, but they ain't even doing anything about it. They just keep showing you this stuff. It's fear, right? And now you're working with these people who continue to suck you dry. They leech off of you, right? And you allow it to happen because you feel like you can't make it. You can't go throughout your day unless you know what's going on. You need these people. I can't be alone. Bull crap. You need to be alone. Why are you getting this done anyway? The least amount of distractions you have, the greater your success will be. Your percentage in succeeding will rise exponentially as you begin to not limit though. Because if you limit, it's still there. I'm talking about get rid of it completely. Get rid of the distractions. If it does not help you grow, if it's not a mutualistic relationship, you have to let it go right now because that season is over. You can rewatch that season some other time, but after you done taking care of yourself and your goals and working through your system. But until then, you're gonna have to say bye-bye. And they're gonna have to understand because these people need to be people who in any other capacity be raising you. And if they were doing that, then you wouldn't feel this way when I say what I'm saying. These words are resonating with somebody right now when I say you're gonna have to get rid of toxic people and they just sitting back in their chair or laying back in their bed and they looking up to the sky like, damn man, this dude is right, but I don't know how to do it, man. This shit's gonna be hard. What you mean it's gonna be hard? I'll tell you, it's easy. It's easy to just like stop fucking working, like operating with people. It's easy to stop doing that. The hard thing is working with what happens afterwards because you end up in that position where you feel like you're alone all the time and you're lonely and you desire this comfort, you know what I'm saying, through this trauma bonding or whatever you want to call it, bro, or just keeping up this bull crap, right? But what you don't understand is when you let stuff like that go, when you let the old go, you bring in the new. You bring in the new that's willing to operate in the capacity that you are. So you can get that help that you need. But you can't get the help that you need still operating with that old. You gotta get rid of it so you can allow the new to come into your life. You have to. You gotta hold yourself accountable. You're the reason why it's still going. You got the power to change that, right? And then we move into 5. Do not do this alone. I repeat, do not do this alone. Whatever you do. I know you've heard me probably saying this to, like, you're going to have to isolate. You're going to have to get lonely so you can focus. Yes, you do. In the beginning, go to yourself. Stay to yourself so you can build your mind. Work on that plan. Work on that idea. Go to yourself. And then when you're done, you start finding people who can help you get it done. Surround yourself with people who are thinking like you, right? I'm a life coach, a motivational speaker. Therefore, I need to surround myself with other people who want to be life coaches, who want to be speakers, so we can stay in the same mindset, so I can see how to make myself grow. I need to be involved with other YouTubers, see how they work, right? What type of mic you use? What type of camera do you use? I need to be learning these things, and I can't do that, right? I can't do that if I'm not asking questions. I can't do that if I'm not reaching out to the people who are already doing it. You got to drop that ego. You got to drop that pride. And you got to understand that we all need each other in some form of capacity. We need each other. You're going to need somebody to get you going. You're going to have to develop your tribe. Find the people who think like you. Find the people out there in that world. When you start to open up, right? And start to be the person that you were meant to be, your authentic self. You start to draw in other people who will radiate to you and your realness. They will come out of the woodworks and be like, hey man, like, bro, I heard something from you that was really inspiring. Or like, man, dude, like, I don't know what brought me here, man, but I feel like I just been compelled. That happens. It's real. This is not a coincidence. I'm telling you, this stuff happens. But you will never get there. Never get there, right? Until you get yourself right mentally. Until you get yourself right mentally. Because you don't believe in yourself and there's so much doubt. But you got to get to a place where you focus and you're able to eliminate that doubt, eliminate those fears, eliminate the people, places, and things that bring you all that doubt and fear. You got to get away from it. This is how you start. This is how I did it. This is the 5 ways, right? 5 of the ways. There's a lot of other ways, but these 5 are the 5 ways that I worked on improving my mental health and getting myself to a position of like physical, spiritual, mental, and emotional growth, rising above, and understanding that there is more to me than just me. There's more to this place, right? I'm just a tiny speck, an atom of what is going on in this universe. But there's a reason for me. There's a reason that I'm here, and I believe that reason is to help others. I'm here to serve. This is what I believe God's plan was for me, right? This is what I believe. And I'm going to keep working through it. And I'm going to keep on looking into this camera and saying, please like, share, and subscribe. Because I love the support, right? I love to do this. And I'm going to keep on doing this until I can't do it no more. And I don't pray that time come no time soon because I love to do it, right? This is my purpose, to serve and help those out there in the world in any form or fashion that I can. To help people heal mentally, to help people heal physically, emotionally, spiritually, to be there, to be that person for you to hear in the morning, in the evening, in the afternoon, to believe. Pray you guys believe, man. And this is how we start. You start by getting your mental right, guys. That's my time. Y'all take care. Man, when y'all watch this, please smash that like button. Leave some comments too. I'm all ears, man. I love to do this. Like I said, I love to talk too. I can talk all doggone day. Now I need to tell myself to shut up so I can get off of this thing. But you guys, like, take care. I love you all. Like, share, subscribe.